Hello everyone, myself Suman from CBSE Department, Chandigarh Group of Colleges, Landra, Mohali. Today I am going to discuss about the evaluation of International Monetary System. Okay, International Monetary System, how it evolved. There are different stages of its evolution. We will discuss all these stages one by one. So first of all, we discuss the meaning of money. Because we are going to discuss about the evolution of monetary system, then we should know the meaning of money. What is money? So money can be a medium of exchange in form of coins, banknotes, or coins plus banknotes collectively. Any good that is widely accepted in exchange of goods and services as well as payment of the debts. Okay, money can be anything that is used for the exchange. Okay, if we start from the initial point, there was no money. Okay, at that time people would exchange the goods through barter system. For example, if I need wheat, then I will provide some other goods for the exchange. Means in barter system we will exchange goods in terms of goods to acquire the goods. That is barter system. By the time this barter system was replaced by money. Okay. So what are the functions of money? Money क्या है? Medium of exchange. Money is used for buying and selling goods and services. Unit of account, common standard for measuring relative worth of goods and services. Store value and convenient way to store the wealth. On the other side, if we discuss about barter system, in that goods were exchanged for the goods. In that case, to carry so much goods, to buy the goods is inconvenient. So inconvenient, that's why the barter system was replaced. So what is International Monetary System? So the International Monetary System refers to the operating system of financial environment which consists of financial institutions, multinational corporation investors. The International Monetary System provides the institutional framework for determining the rules and procedure for international payment, determination of exchange rate and movement of the capital. The International Monetary System is a set of internationally agreed rules, conventions and supporting institutions that facilitates international trade across the border for investment. Generally, there are allocation of capital between the different nations. So, if we discuss about the stages of evolution, there are mainly 5 stages through which our present monetary system evolved. The first stage is bimetallism before 1875. Then second is classical gold standard from 1875 to 1914. Then third is interwar period from 1915 to 1944. This is also called the deglobalization era. Our fourth stage is Bretton Woods system from 1945 to 1972. And the last not the least, the flexible exchange rate regime from 1973 to at present. So, bimetallism from 1875. So, as the name suggests, bi means two, metal means gold and silver. Here metal means gold and silver, bi means two. Two metals, gold plus silver. These two metals were used in this system. So before 1875, a double standard in the sense that both gold and silver were used as a money. Bimetallism is a standard in which the value of the monetary unit is defined as equivalent to the certain quantities of the two metals. Means gold and silver creating a fixed exchange between them. Both gold and silver were used as an international mean of payment, and the exchange rate among the currencies were determined either their gold and silver content. Some of countries were on the gold standard, some of other countries were silver standard, and some are on both standard. Means in this stage, gold and silver currencies were used. The worth of that currency is equal to the intrinsic value of that particular gold or silver. In this type of system, some countries only use gold coins, gold currencies, and other use silver currencies. But the problem is, if we think other one side is gold standard nations, other is silver standard nations, then how can they exchange, how can they import or export? In that case, some of on both, means some countries use gold plus silver currencies. ठीक है? For example, here is India that use silver standards. In between we have France that use gold plus silver, and the other side is US that is use only gold standard. Okay, for example, if India want to buy something from France, then India can buy that thing through exchanging the silver from France. But if India want to buy something from US that is on gold standard, how it is possible for India to buy that good? Because US is using gold standard. So in that case, France, that is mediating country, that is using both standard gold plus silver, that will work as a mediator. In this case, India will take silver standard, means silver coins, in terms of exchanging the, in this case, India will exchange the own silver coin in terms of gold. India acquired the gold, and then India used that gold standard coins to buy the goods from US. This is how this mechanism works. So this system only possible due to the countries that work on both the standards, means gold plus silver. So this system was good, but there is a shortcoming. Why it was collapsed? Okay, the reason for the collapse of this system was Gresham's law. Gresham's law. What is Gresham's law? The Gresham's law implied that it would be the least valuable metal that would tend to circulate. Means जो सबसे सस्ता है वो ज़्यादा circulate करेगा. So we will discuss this law in a picture. So the Gresham's law is explained in this picture. We can see that the replacement of valuable coin by the less valuable coin when two coins have similar face value. So good money is the money with the more intrinsic value, and the bad money is money with less intrinsic value. So you can decide, you have two money, gold plus silver. Now you decide which is the good money which have more intrinsic value. In gold and silver, which have the more intrinsic value? Obviously gold, and the less intrinsic value is silver. So as a result, it resulted that people started storing the gold. Circulation में only क्या रह गया? Silver. This is the reason that this mechanism was failed, and we move further. So this is the Gresham law, which says that Gresham law implied that it would be the least valuable metal that would tend to circulate. Gresham law is an economic principle that states if coins containing metal of different value have the same value as legal tender, the coins composed of the cheaper metal will be used for the payment, while those made of more expensive metal will be hoarded and exported and thus tend to disappear from the circulation. It is commonly stated as bad abundant money drive out the good or scarce money. Okay, as per mercantile theory, only those nations were considered as prosperous or developed which has excess gold storage. Okay, this is the also other reason that people started storing the gold, and only silver currency will remain in the circulation. So our second stage is classical gold standard, which was started in 1875 to 1914. Okay, in the last era, gold and silver coins were used, or the value of their metal is equal to their face value. Okay, but in this era, the gold standard is a monetary system where a country's currency or a paper money has valued directly linked to the certain quantities of gold. ठीक है. The country's capacity to print the money was decided on the basis of gold reserve held by the country. In this era, it was not taken that any country can print the currency as they want. So, the printing power is backed by their gold reserve. जितना gold reserve होगा उतनी ही currency आप produce करोगे. Okay? There was two-way convertibility between gold and national currencies at stable and fixed ratio. यहाँ पे क्या है कि currency की value gold के साथ fix कर दी गई. Gold could be freely exported or imported. Okay, इस stage में जैसे last stage में क्या था कि gold was stored. ठीक है, but here the gold could be freely exported and imported. No restrictions were there. The exchange rate between two countries' currency would be determined by their relative gold content, means gold standard. So the rules of that this system is, first is each country defined the value of its currency in terms of gold. These exchange rates were set by arbitrage depending on the transportation cost of the gold. Central bank were restricted in not being able to issue more currency than gold reserve. The exchange rate between any two currencies was calculated as X currency per ounce of gold divided by Y currency per ounce. Mean to say, for example, 20 US dollar is equal to 1 ounce of the gold. On the other side, 60 rupees is equal to 1 ounce of the gold. If we divide 60 by 20, then क्या हुआ? 3 rupees equal to the 1 US dollar. So this mechanism worked on like this. So argument in the favor of gold standard. Why gold standard was so मतलब useful? इसके advantage क्या थी? Price stability, because here the price was decided on a fixed rate according to the gold price. By tying the money supply of the gold, central bank are unable to expand the money supply. Facilities balance of payment adjustment automatically. Price pass flow mechanism. So argument against the gold standard. So the growth of output and the growth of gold supplies are closely linked. Volatility in the supply of gold could cause adverse shock to the economy. In practice, monetary authorities may not be forced to strictly tie their hands in limiting the creation of the money. The countries with respectable monetary policy makers cannot use monetary policy to fight domestic issues like unemployment. So, the third stage is interwar period from 1914 to 1944. You know, in this era, two main incidents happened. First is World War I. Second is Great Depression. Okay, so in World War I, when ended, the classical gold standard in August 1914, as major countries such as Great Britain, France, Germany, Russia suspended redemption of banknotes in gold and imposed restriction on the gold export. You can see that all these countries, Britain, France, Russia, Germany, all these countries involved in World War I. Whenever World War started, they felt that they need money. So they imposed restriction on the trade and they stored all the gold within their boundaries. So this will take to the deglobalization, means everything is shut down. Gold standard was followed, but it was not classical. Most countries followed the policy of sterilization of gold. The world economy characterized by tremendous instability and eventually economic breakdown, what is known as Great Depression. The same time, इसी breakdown में the Great Depression took place in 1930 to 1939. So all these incidents took that all the trade were shut down and no countries was able to supply the gold to the other country. It's like deglobalization era, जो जहाँ पे है वो वहीं पे रह गया. So there was no development. So interwar period from 1914 to 44. First point is international economic disintegration. Many countries suffered during the Great Depression. Major economic harm was done by restriction on the international trade and payment. These beggars thy neighbor policies provoked the foreign retaliation and led to the disintegration of the world economy. So all the countries' situation would have been better though international cooperation. So in this situation, so developed countries think that we should take the step to revive the economies at international level. So Bretton Woods Agreement took the place. So after the interwar period from 1914 to 1944, Bretton Woods system came. So as the picture suggests, Bretton Woods system work according to this picture. Means here the hero is US gold dollar. ठीक है, the value of gold dollar decided on the basis of gold, and then respective other countries like Britain, German or French, they decide their value of currencies on the basis of US dollar. So the main hero of this Bretton Woods system is US dollar. So let's discuss in detail. So Bretton Woods system existed from 1945 to 1972. In 1944, meeting of 4 nations at Bretton Woods, New Hampshire was held. The purpose of this meeting was to design a post-war international monetary system. As you can see that all the economies were demolished mostly. To revive those economies, all the developed countries thought we should create a organization that would help to revive the destroyed economies in World War I, and the countries suffered from the Great Depression. So the purpose to design a post-war international monetary system. The goal was exchange rate stability without the gold standard. अब ये क्या कह रहे हैं? Without the gold standard. The main focus is exchange rate stability without the gold. Before stages जितनी भी discuss किया, the main hero was gold. Gold के basis पे everything was decided. The currency value is decided. But here the goal was exchange rate stability without the gold standard. The result was the creation of IMF, means International Monetary Fund, second World Bank. So all these things are considered as most remarkable event in the history, because IMF and World Bank still are working for the different underdeveloped countries and to revive the different economically weak countries. So what are the features of Bretton Woods system? Okay, under the Bretton Woods system, US dollar was pegged to gold at 35 per ounce. मीन्स यहाँ पे क्या है कि यूएस डॉलर की रिलेटिव वैल्यू डिसाइड कर दी गई अकॉर्डिंग टू गोल्ड। यहाँ पे क्या होगा, 1 यूएस डॉलर इज इक्वल टू 35 यूएस डॉलर पर ओनर्स एंड अदर करेंसीज वर पैक्ड टू द यूएस डॉलर। जैसे कि हमने फर्स्ट पिक देखी, ओके, दिस डायग्राम इज एक्सप्लेन ऑन दिस पॉइंट कि यूएस डॉलर पैक्ड ऑन गोल्ड मीन्स 1 यूएस डॉलर इज इक्वल टू 35 ओनर्स गोल्ड। अब यहाँ पे यूएस डॉलर की वैल्यू हमने डिसाइड कर ली कि वो है 35 ओनर्स ऑफ द गोल्ड। ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ यूएस डॉलर अदर कंट्रीज मीन्स रेस्ट ऑफ द कंट्रीज decide the value of their own currency. So the same thing is explained in this point. Under the Bretton Woods system, the US dollar was pegged to the gold at 35 per ounce and other currencies were pegged to the US dollar. Each country was responsible to maintain its exchange rate fixed within plus minus 1% of adopted per value by बाइंग एंड सेलिंग फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व एज नेसेसरी मीन्स या तो आपको फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व वन नेगेटिव मतलब एक रेंज डिसाइड कर दे +1 से -1 के बीच में ही वेरी करना चाहिए, इसके बाहर नहीं जाना चाहिए। द ब्रिटेन वुड्स सिस्टम वॉज अ डॉलर बेस्ड गोल्ड एक्सचेंज सिस्टम। सो गोल्ड एक्सचेंज के डॉलर बेस्ड गोल्ड एक्सचेंज सिस्टम क्यों है? द सेम थिंग, dollar was decided on the basis of gold and the rest of countries decide the currencies of their own currencies on the basis of dollar means gold के basis पे dollar के basis पे rest of countries decide the value of their currencies. So here the hero is US dollar. So the dismiss of the Bretton Woods system, जहाँ पे हम हर एक के प्लस पॉइंट देखते हैं वहाँ पे हर एक के किसी के नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स भी है। सो हियर द नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स मीन्स व्हाई व्हाट आर द रीजंस ऑफ डिसमिस ऑफ द ब्रिटेन वुड सिस्टम। द अर्ली पोस्ट वॉर पीरियड द यूएस गवर्नमेंट हैड प्रोवाइड डॉलर रिजर्व टू ऑल कंट्रीज हु वांटेड टू इंटरवीन इन देयर करेंसी मार्केट। द इंक्रीजिंग सप्लाई ऑफ डॉलर्स वर्ल्डवाइड मेड available through programs like Marshall Plan meant that the credibility of gold backing of the dollar was in question. US dollar held abroad grew rapidly and this represented a claim on US gold stock and cast some doubt on the US ability to convert the dollar into the gold upon the request. Then further point is this domestic US policies such as growing expenditure associated with Vietnam resulted in more printing of the dollars to finance expenditure and forced foreign government to run a holding on the dollar reserve. The dollar was overvalued in 1960. In 1971, the US government closed the gold window by the decree of President Nixon. So in this stage, Triffin paradox was seen. Triffin paradox means in this era dollar was hero. Okay, every country has to decide the value of their currency on the basis of dollar. So they decided to acquire the dollars through the trade. Every country want to export टू यूएस। अब मान लीजिए जितनी भी कंट्रीज हैं वो सभी क्या यूएस को एक्सपोर्ट करना चाहते हैं, ठीक है। वाई? बिकॉज बाय एक्सपोर्टिंग दे विल एक्वायर द डॉलर्स। ओके, सो एवरी कंट्री नीड डॉलर एज रिजल्टेड कि यूएस, सो एवरी कंट्री वांट टू एक्सपोर्ट द गुड्स टू द यूएस बट नोबडी वांट टू import from the US. So it will took the condition that US suffered from the deficit balance of payment. Okay. So the dismiss of Bretton Woods system. Next point is the world moved from a gold standard to a dollar standard from Bretton Woods of the Smithsonian Agreement. growing increase. Okay, as I said, a Triffin paradox in which everybody want to export to the USA but not want to import from the US. इसका रिजल्ट क्या हो कि जो यूएस इकोनॉमी का बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट सफर फ्रॉम डेफिसिट. ठीक है. टू रिकवर द सिचुएशन of the US country, the Smithsonian Agreement took place. Growing increase in amount of the dollar printed further eroded faith in the system and the dollar role as a reserve of the currency. By 1973, world had moved to search for a new financial system, one that no longer relied on a worldwide system of the pegged exchange rate. What was the Smithsonian Agreement? As I discussed, the Triffin paradox was faced, and to recover from the Triffin paradox to save the US dollar, Smithsonian Agreement conducted. What is the Smithsonian Agreement? So, Smithsonian Agreement, an agreement reached by a group of 10 countries, G10, in 1971, that effectively ended the fixed exchange rate system established under the Bretton Woods Agreement. The Smithsonian Agreement re-established an international system of fixed exchange rate without backing of silver and gold, and allowed for devaluation of the US dollar. This agreement was the first time in which currency exchange rates were negotiated. According to this agreement, the price of gold was raised to $38. In starting of this stage, US dollar price was $35 पर ओनस था. अब यहाँ पे क्या, एक ओनस गोल्ड का प्राइस क्या होगा, 38, मतलब $3 इंक्रीज हो गया. Each country revalued their currency against USD by 10%. The band for the movement in exchange rate was expanded from 1% to 2.25%. That was before plus minus 1% that was increased to 2.25%. So these are the 4 stages through which the present monetary system evolved. First was bimetal, second classical gold standard, then third is interwar period, and the second last is Bretton Woods system. So the last one is flexible exchange rate regime. ठीक है. In 1973, after the collapse of Bretton Woods system, IMF member met in the Jamaica to adopt a flexible exchange rate as international monetary system. Before this stage, we follow the fixed exchange rate. ठीक है. We deciding the currency value on the basis of fixed standard, on the basis of gold, US dollar. Okay, but in this stage, first time different countries think that we should adopt flexible exchange rate as an international monetary system. The flexible exchange rate were declared acceptable to the IMF members. Central banks were allowed to intervene in exchange rate market to iron out unwarranted volatilities. Gold was abandoned as an international reserve asset. Before stages, gold was accepted and the reserve was very important. If any country want to print the currency, it was always backed by some gold reserve. But here in this stage, gold was abandoned as an international reserve asset. The currencies are no longer backed by the gold. So in the previous stage, IMF was created and different SDR were created, special drawing rights, जिसमें क्या था, US डॉलर के अलावा other 4 currencies include की गई with gold reserve. But in this stage, gold was abandoned and the currencies are no longer backed by the gold.